Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my chocolate drop. Is it still morning? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. It's still morning. Good morning, my chocolate drops. I've been so busy. So sorry. My apologies. My apologies to you. I want to talk about a show today, and I want to talk about physical abuse in a relationship. I was going to talk about physical, mental, and verbal abuse, but I realized that'd just take up too much time trying to get it all in. That's just a lot. So I'm going to talk about physical abuse in a relationship. And why I can talk about that? Because in my early 20s, I know you all probably like, this girl did a lot in her early 20s. I did. I had fun. In my early 20s, I was in an abusive relationship. It was not good. All the signs was there that this person was an abuser. All of the signs was there. But I was just wanting to be in a relationship with this person so much. When you're young, you think money is everything. So when they throwing, money at you, you like, oh, I can overlook this and I can overlook that. But that is not a cool way to live your life. So I was abused early on. This person, we should have never been together. And we always say that. We was too young. We should have never been together. We didn't even know ourselves. And we was getting in such a committed relationship. So we should have never been together. But I was in an abusive relationship. So that is why I can talk about abuse. So say that to say this. You all probably saw this video. I saw this video on Facebook. And I saw it on YouTube because somebody put it on YouTube. Because I'm always searching for, good gooey, ooey, chewy stuff to talk about and give my opinion on it. In this video, this lady was being abused by her boyfriend. Someone was driving up. They drove up on the situation. And when they drove up on the situation, they jumped out of their car. And they was like, oh, no, I'm not going to let you do this to her. I'm not going to let you hit her. Get in my car. Get in my car. And she's screaming. She's crying. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Screaming and crying. Trust me, I don't take it lightly. Again, I was abused. So I'm not taking it lightly. But I'm just explaining to you the situation. She was just screaming. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Just screaming. So she got in the back of the gentleman's car who pulled over to help her. He was saying, do you want to go to the police? Do you want me to take you to the police? I watched the video so many times. Before I say something or give an opinion on it, I want to make sure I got my facts right. So if you all see it, you hear it, check me on it. I watched that video so many times. He asked this woman, I don't know how many times, do she want to go to the police? She never, ever said she wanted to go to the police. I'm telling this story because I'm ready to get to something else. She never said she wanted to go to the police. Never. She just screamed, I hate him. I hate him. He always doing that. I hate him. Listen to what I said. Always doing that. I hate him. I hate him. He always doing. The man is driving. The other guy's in front of him. It was like an intense thing. He trying to bump the guy car, and the guy like, I got something for you. Turned out to be a BB gun, but hey, whatever. And he asking her, you want to go to the police? Not one time. Not one time did this woman say she wanted to go to the police. Not one time. They finally pulled up around the police, I guess in their parking lot or something. This woman didn't even get out to tell the police, this is who's messing with us. He's been jumping on me, blah, blah, blah. I say that to say this. I'm telling it real quick because I know a lot of you all probably saw because I got so much gooey ooey that I want to say about the situation. So I have to speak a little fast. She never, ever said she wanted to go to the police. Never. Let me tell y'all something about a person that's being abused. It's never, when you see it, it's never a one-time thing. And I'm talking from experience. When my family found out that I was being abused by that person, it had been probably a year. And I was being abused. A year of being abused by this person. But when my family found out, of course, I'm telling the truth and shaming the devil. Of course, I made it seem like it just happened. Oh my God. Yes, he's jumping on me. Yes, blah, 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 blah. So my family was enraged. because they thought it was something that just happened. But it was something that had been going on for a while, and I had been hiding it. Ashamed, wanted to be with this person, thought I was in love with him. Love shouldn't hurt. You may get your feelings hurt in your relationship, but love shouldn't hurt. No, it shouldn't be a physical pain in your relationship. So when my family found out, that thing had been going on for a while. So I had asked my husband this. Me and my husband talked about it. I said, baby, if you see a woman getting beat up by a guy, what would you do? He said, I'll pull over and help. I said, no, you won't. I said, you're going to call 911. I said, you're not going to pull over and help her. I said, because for one, they can turn around and beat both of us up. For two, that situation been going on for a while. Not saying it's an easy thing to get from out of, but when you want to get out from out of something, it's easy to get from out of it. When you really don't want to get from out of it, like with me, went on a whole year. When you don't want to get from out of it, it's a hard situation to get from out of. But when you tired of being tired and you fed up from being fed up, chocolate drops, you'll get from out of that thing. So I told my husband, I said, he said, well, I'm not going to see no man jump on a woman. I said, no, that's why you call the police and let them see it. I said, you're not going to get involved in someone else's situation because it can be detrimental to us. I said, we're going to call the police. I said, we might not leave the scene, but we're going to call the police. And I was telling my husband this. I said, you know what? I said, the world and society is so quick to jump to the woman defense when she's being abused. What about the man when the woman is abusing him? Another video I saw. Little old short girl, cutie little pie. Big old guy, big guy. She just wailing on him. His friends just laughing, videotaping, and he like, go ahead on. And I know y'all probably saw this video. He pushing her, not pushing her, but he like, trying to get her away from him. Go ahead on, go on. She, in this, she like really somewhere up on his chest. That's how short she was, and cussing him out, calling him out his name, hitting him, welling him in his face. This is the situation. Welling the man in his face. No one can keep taking abuse. Man, woman, no one can keep taking abuse. This man hit her one time. Boom, knocked her out. Oh my God. Everybody around who was laughing when he was getting beat up was, oh man, you wrong for that. You wrong for that. They going off on the man. Everybody about to jump on the man. But here is the situation I told my husband. Why we don't jump to the defense of a man when he's been abused? Let me tell y'all something. The person I was in a relationship with who was abusing me, I turned the tables on that Ninja Turtle. I started abusing him. And it wasn't a good sight. Because when the anger and the rage in me started abusing this man, he was calling the police on me. Police didn't even believe him. And I'm saying that to say that it is true. It is so true. We look at things differently when it's a man being abused, opposed to when it's a woman being abused. A woman can wail on a man and the police will quickly think it's the man jumping on a woman. And I'm not saying that you men don't, because I've seen a lot. But I was just telling my husband that. I said, would you be so quick to come to the defense of a man if you see a woman jumping on him? He told me, he said, you know what, baby, I never thought of that. He said, I never thought of coming to the defense of a man or breaking up something if I see a woman jumping on him. I said, because it happens every day. I said, what about if you saw two lesbians fight? They're in a relationship, two homosexuals fight. Will you be so quick to come to the defense? It seems like everything is one-sided. Everything is always, if the woman is getting jumped on, we gonna help her. We gonna jump out of our cars. We gonna rescue them. We gonna play Captain Save-A-Ho. We gonna do all of this. But what about if it's the opposite? Abuse is abuse. No one deserves to be abused. There is signs in the beginning of a relationship about abuse. Trust me, I turned a blind eye to them. But I always said when I got from out of that relationship, no one else would abuse me. And I never got in another relationship with that. But abuse is abuse. There are signs of it. And you can always get out. You never, ever, ever feel stuck, like this is what I'm worth, again, you got to go back to your self-worth. Because when I got mad at that, baby, never again. But you have to know what you are worth in a relationship. You have to know if he slapped you once or if she slapped you once, it's about to come again and again and again. Because you let it slide the first time. Take it from me, who it happened to. I'm talking about me and my situation that happened years. Early 20s, like 21, 22. Early 20s. If it happened once, I guarantee you I put my mortgage on it. It's going to happen again. You best believe. Get out of a situation when you get the first warning sign and you won't be so toe down and stuck. I always say, what is that voodoo that they doing on that person that makes them get their butt whooped, black eyes and everything, and they still with them? And I have to, and I can't say it comes from the way you was raised, because I didn't see that in my home. No. Maybe the other individual, that was a little curse on their bloodline, but I didn't. My father was so laid back. Just give him his little weed, he was good. My father was laid back, so I didn't see that in my home. But that is what I had allowed to come in my life. Abuse. I don't care if it's verbal. We know that we get into argument with our spouse or our significant others. We know that. But some words below the belt you shouldn't say. Because then that's where you reaching that verbal abuse. Mental abuse, I'm going to get into that because that thing is so deep. That mental, that stronghold of mental abuse, that stronghold, that's what keep a lot of folks in these abusive relationships. You might not like what I'm saying because you might be the one that's being abused, but I'm saying, baby, chocolate drop, man, woman, whatever, get out of that situation. No one deserves to put their hands on you like they are your parents, like they supposed to, like you have to be submissive to them. And I'm speaking on a woman beating a man or a man beating a woman, or two women fighting or two men fighting. Whatever relationship that you are in, you have to love yourself enough to know no one should make you feel less than. When someone abuse you and beat you and do all type of cruel stuff to you. I seen one video where this man spit on this woman. Ooh! Baby! Dude. This all I can do is this. You spit on me. It's woo. That's all I can say. Woo. But I saw him spit on this woman. And she was so mentally torn down from this man till she just sat on the couch and he just was telling her what to do, and he was like, I'm videotaping this because I want all your friends to see that you a hoe. Well, what that make you? You with her. You're with her. So that let me know that your self-esteem is not where it should be, brother. Because if it was, you wouldn't be with her and you wouldn't abuse her. I always say this. When I see a man fighting a woman the way he fight a woman, I always say, I wonder how he'll do fighting a man, a real man. Same with the woman. If you are abusing a man, I wonder how you would do in a real fight. It don't make you beautiful. It don't make you smart. Frankly, it make you stupid to me. Yes, it makes you dumb because you're not sure of yourself to say, I don't have to abuse this person. I'd rather walk away from the situation than to abuse this person. We cannot allow people to take from us what is ours. And that is the love of yourself. The love of yourself will not allow someone to abuse you. The love of yourself will not allow someone to mentally take control of your mind where you figure that's all you have to stay in this. And ain't no we went, ooh, me. I hear women, and I'm going to make it real short, but I hear women say this, and this bothers me. We done been through a whole lot. We done been through fights and everything. But you know what? It was worth it just to be him. No, it ain't. No. I'm with a man that don't lay his hands on me. Trust me. I'm with a man that he already know. And I already know. That's not our relationship. We don't want that. We talked about a lot of things before we got married. And that was one of the things that we talked about. Abuse. verbal, physical, and mental abuse. So I say this, chocolate drops, because I don't want to prolong things, because I do have another show that I want to get into about that mental abuse, because it's so deep. It's so deep. When that stronghold of mental abuse is there, I'm telling you, you would think that person is good for you when they are no good for you, because it's in your mind. They didn't get in your mind. They didn't get. You got to break that stronghold. I mean, you got to go into fasting and prayer. Yes, fasting and prayer to get some people up out of your mind, from controlling that mind control spirit where they can mentally abuse you to stay with them. And they always sorry. Always apologizing. So I say this to my chocolate drops. Stay tuned for the next show. It's not going to be on abuse. 3 people, and they watching, sent me an email, and I had the discussion with my husband about being married and having threesomes. I'm laughing because, baby, don't go and then not here. But that is my next show, because someone sent, oh my goodness, it's gonna be juicy. Talk to you later, my chocolate drops. I hope this helped someone. I hope this helped the 2 people that sent this to me. I hope you can get out of it. You can. You just gotta want to get out of it. You have to make a plan, write it on paper, have a plan, have a date when you leaving and getting out of that situation. Man and woman. No one deserves to put their hands on you or treat you like you a slave. No one. Slavery is over. Well, maybe. But slavery is over. Love you, chocolate drops. Until next time.